Hello everyone, and welcome back to our chunk claiming tutorial series in Visual Bukkit. This is episode 7, and in our last episode, we finished off with our player move event, and I said that we are going to do commands. So let's get right into that. Click plugin components, add, let's call it claims, claims command. No, let's call it claim commands. And just set it to command, press OK. And we are going to make the name, we'll just do claim. And the description will say create, abandon, and all other player related claim commands. Our permission will make it claim.player, and the permission message will be missing permission claim.player. Then we'll say /claim. Now we'll do an if statement. Do a number comparison, and this will be a method java.util.list size, and the list is our command arguments, and if it is equal to the number 2, then we'll run the code in here. So if there are 2 arguments after the /claim, then we run code here. So we'll do if statement and is equal, and this will be command argument index 0, because command arguments start at 0 and upwards from there. So if you had 2 arguments, it's actually the index of argument 1 would be 0, and the index of argument 2 would be 1. Okay, so anyway, we're going to say if the first argument is equal to the word create, so /claim space create, then we'll want to do some stuff here. So let's do set local variable. We'll call it player claim path. And we'll do string concatenation. Actually first, let's set a local variable up here. Let's do player UUID string. And we will do a method in here that is UUID to string insert another method player and get unique ID from our command sender. And then in here, we'll put a string, which is players dot, and then insert our variable for the player UUID. And then we will write claim as a string, so dot claim. And next, we're going to do another if statement, so if, and then is equal. And our first one is going to be a method and do configuration get string, and then the configuration is insert method Java plugin and get config, and this plugin. The path being the player claim path. And then we'll set it to a blank string. So if the player's claim is equal to a blank string, then we want to set another local variable. Call it the claim section, like that. Then insert a method, configuration, get configuration section, copy this, paste it in here, and the path string will be claims. Oh, not dot, just claims. And then we'll do another if statement, and is null. So this is if the claim section is null, then we'll do some stuff. So variable claims section. Then we'll just want to do configuration, which will create the section. So create section, paste our method for getting the config in there. And then, oops, do a string of claims. And then our next step is going to be saving the config. So method, Java plugin, save config from this plugin. And then after this if statement, so not inside of it, we're going to set another local variable, and that will just be our claims section again. So we'll copy this, paste it in here, call it claims section, because we just created it if it didn't exist already. And so we're just resetting the path to it. And then after that, we'll do another if statement. And this one will say negated. And we'll insert a method here. Configuration section. And we will do contains string boolean. So then our configuration section is a variable, the claim section that we already have set up. And the path will be string concatenation. And put the string to claims dot, then command argument of 1. So number 1. And then, so if it doesn't exist, whatever claim the player tried to create, then we are going to create it. So if it doesn't previously exist, make it so it does exist. So we will set a local variable in here and call it new claim name, and we'll say command argument insert number 1. And then we'll do a method for creating the section. So configuration section and do create section. And this will be our claims section. And the path will be our new claim name. And then we're gonna want to create another variable, I think. No, we're gonna do a method. So method, configuration, do create section, and then insert a method in here, Java plugin, get config, this plugin, and the path will be string concatenation. Insert the first string, which will be claims dot, and the second will be our variable for new claim name, and then another string, which will be dot claimed regions. And then we'll do a method under that one that it is configuration again. And do set. And then string object. And the configuration, we can just copy this, paste it in here. The path will be string concatenation again. Insert a string here. And it'll be claims dot. And insert a variable here for new claim name. And the last string that we need in here is the owner. So dot owner. And we're going to set the value to the command sender's name. So we'll do insert method, player, right there, and then get name from our player, which is the command sender. Then we're going to do another method down here. Configuration, set string, or set string object, and then we'll paste again our configuration method that gets the config, and the path will be our variable for player claim path, and then the value will be our new claim name. Next, we're gonna what are we gonna do next? Let's do another method. Configuration method set, and then paste our method for getting the config. The path will be our, actually not a variable, it'll be a string concatenation. And do insert string, players dot. This one will be our UUID string, so player UUID string. Then plus, insert another string here, and dot current claim. And the value will be, let's leave it empty for now, just like that. And then we will do a method for saving the config. So Java plugin save config from this plugin. Then we'll do another method, which will just tell the command sender, well, it'll send a message to the command sender saying, hey, we just created this claim for you. So do send message, and the command sender is the command sender, and the message, we will do a method chat color, and then translate alternate color codes, insert string, put an and here, and then for this, let's do a string concatenation, and we will write insert string and a successfully created claim, colon, space, and insert a variable, new claim name. And that is all you need for the create command. So you can create claims now. And our next step is going to be making the invite command. So this one is create. So let's do an else if statement and say, or check if the command was invite. So else if down here, and say is equal, and we'll say command argument number 0 is equal to string invite, Then we do set local variable in here. And we'll get the invited player. And this will be a method. Bucket space. Enter that in. And then get player from string. And the string will be command argument 1. So let's see, command argument, insert number 1. And then we'll do another if statement. This will be negated. And we'll say is null. So if it isn't null, the invited player variable. Then we'll do another if statement and check if the invited player is not equal to the same player that used the command. So we'll do is equal, make sure it's negated, and do our variable for invited player. And object 2 will be the command sender. So if invited player is not equal to the command sender, then we'll do set local variable. This will be invited UUID string. So the invited player's UUID string. And this will be a method of UUID to string. And then we'll do method player and get unique ID from our invited player variable. And next we're going to set a local variable for the inviter territory or inviter claim path. Let's do inviter claim path, and then string concatenation, insert string players dot insert variable for our player UUID string. Press plus, and then insert another string, and this will be dot claim. Then we'll do set local variable in here, and this will be the invited to claim. So which claim did the player get invited to? And we'll do a method in here. Method configuration. And this will be get string. And the configuration is going to be a method. Same one we usually use to get the config. So Java plugin, get config from this plugin. And the string here will be, actually we got to do this, get string, and make sure it's the one with 2 strings in the bracket. And then insert your method for getting the config. So Java plugin, get config, this plugin. And the path will be our variable for the inviter claim path. Sorry. And then the default will be a blank string. Then we'll do another if statement and put it under this invited to claim. And we will set this to negated, right is equal. And if the variable invited to claim is not equal to an empty string, then we set a local variable inside of here. And that'll be the invites section path. And we'll do string concatenation. First string will be players dot, and the second will be our variable for the invited UUID string. And then the last one will be a string dot invites. And then we'll get an if statement underneath that right there and negated. Then insert a method, configuration contains string, and we'll go up here, copy this, paste it in there, and we'll put a variable for invites section path. And yeah, so then we'll do a method in here, configuration, do create section. So because it's saying if this doesn't exist, if this invite section doesn't exist, then we're going to create it. So again, we'll paste our method for getting the config in there. And the path will be invites section path. And then under this if statement, so not inside of it, set another local variable right under here that says invites section. And this will be a method, configuration, get configuration section. Paste our method for getting the config, and the path will be the invite section path. Invite section path. And then we're going to want to do, let's see, an if statement probably. So we'll do if statement under there and negated, and insert a method here, and it'll be configuration section, and we will say contains, and then we'll do the invite section as a variable, so invites section. And our path will be another variable, invited to claim, just like that. And then we will do a method inside of that if statement. So configuration set string object, paste our method for getting the config. The path will be a variable. We're going to do a configuration section. So configuration section, method set string object. The configuration section will be our variable for the invite section, and the path will be a variable of invited to claim, and the value will just be a boolean of true. And then we'll do a method, and this will save the config. So Java plugin save config this plugin. Then we'll send a message to the player, so method player send message, and the player is going to be the player that was invited, so do invited player, and the message will be insert method chat color and translate alternate color code, insert string and symbol, and then string concatenation. The first string we'll say is and A, so it's light green. you've been, actually let's do and E for yellow, and do you've been, then and A, invited, and then and E to claim, and let's do and 6 for gold, then back to and E, sorry. And then we'll put our variable in here for the invited to claim. And then we'll say an else statement. So under the if statement that is invite section, or invited claim to claim doesn't exist. So if it doesn't exist, then so this will be if it does exist. Right? Is that how we're doing this? Let me check. Yeah, okay, so if the configuration section, the player's invite section, doesn't already have the invite, then we invite them. Otherwise, if they are already invited, we're just gonna copy our method for sending a message. Actually, no, let's do a new method. Put it in the else statement, do command sender, and do send message. Right there. Command sender is command sender. Then let's do a method for the chat color and translate alternate color codes, insert string and symbol, then insert string, and we'll just say and C player has already been invited. And that's all you need there. Then we'll do one more else statement, which will go under, let's see here. I think it's going to go under this if statement, which is, so basically we're saying if the player that used the command tried to invite themselves, then we run some code. So we'll do an else statement here, and we'll copy this, paste inside, and we'll say that you cannot invite yourself. So cannot invite yourself. Then we'll do an else statement at the very bottom here, right here. So else statement right there. And we'll say that the player's got to be online. So paste inside. Say invited player must be online. And there you go. So that is where we're going to leave off for this video, episode 7. But yeah, we've still got a decent ways to go in this command section. Quite a decent way to go. But have no fear, because I'm going to walk you through it all. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment. Comment any questions you have, and I'll be getting back to you 100%. Just yeah, for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.